Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
And good day, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another JK Deal Reveal, where we show you how it isn't rocket science to get started in US real estate and that there are truly some amazing deals available out there. For those of you who didn't know, last Saturday we hosted, for the first time since COVID, a Cleveland real estate bus tour. We hadn't done that in over 3 years because of COVID, and we finally broke the ice. We are back in Cleveland offering you some epic bus tours. So very, very exciting. Congratulations for the dozen participants who filled the bus with us and toured properties for the better part of the day, putting offers on deals and basically seeing how fun it can be to do it in Cleveland. So that's what it's all about, the epic bus tour. And I want to remind you all that this deal reveal is also an opportunity that if you've got a deal that you visited or you're looking at online and you'd like some extra assistance to look at it, well, you can submit your deal onto the deal reveal, and it'll enter the queue, and I will do the 5-10 minute thing, and you'll be that much closer to putting your offer and getting your first or next U.S. investment property. And on that note, right, I had here this coming soon. I want to let everybody know that next Thursday, we are scheduling something very, very special for you. It is going to be another guest speaker, but not just any guest speaker, someone who has the capacity, the vision, and the capacity to deliver on some turnkey, new construction, passive real estate investment opportunities in the US for you. So if you're looking at these deals and you're saying too much work or whatever it might be, maybe this is really the one that you're going to be extremely excited about. These are turnkey, brand new construction that can basically yield you darn near close to 20% cash on cash, well, 20% return per year over 10 years, okay? So this is without lifting a finger, all right? And so this might be something, if you've got some money to put to work and 20% is exciting for you on a passive basis, well, join us next week. You're going to get some incredible information and an opportunity to jump in. So with that being said, today we have a duplex for you in the great city of Cleveland, Ohio, asking $90,000. So let's go take a look at that. We're going to look at it lightning fast. We're actually going to look at it from a long-term renter perspective, and we're going to look at it from a short-term rental perspective. And I'd like to thank Janie, actually, who submitted this one. She fell in love with this one. This property was actually part of the tour, and no one put an offer on it. So we told Tony, our realtor, who was helping us facilitate this tour, we told Tony, any deal that we look at this weekend, last Saturday, if there's any property that doesn't get an offer, we're going to put an offer. So I put an offer on a handful of properties, and not even a handful. I think I put an offer on 3, and this was one of them. All right. So I want to show you West Drop Avenue for $90,000. Remember, this is interactive. If you think this is a deal, let us know. Right? Post it up in the Q&A or in the chat, or if you're live on Facebook, a member of the JK team is also looking at that chat to help you out. All right, so if it's a deal or if it's no deal, feel free to create that interaction. Here we go. And I did see a hand come up there. It was nice to see that interaction from UC. Yeah, I saw you there. This is very live. So let us get started. Start your counters. 3, 2, 1, off we go. All right, so very first step, we are going to go to our friend Google, and we're going to get a sense of how much this property is worth. Seeing that it is a duplex, this is a residential piece of real estate, 1 to 4 units, and so its value is based on comparable prices, right? What are other duplex selling for in this area, in this condition? All right, so this is the duplex right here. They do say they have more pictures, so let's go see if we can take a quick look at these pictures. So it doesn't look like we have wood siding. That's good because the Cleveland lead ordinances have been quite a pain and expensive to remediate. So the outside's there. The inside, yeah, we got the older colors, but look at this kitchen. This is what made Janie fall in love with it. You'd think, my God, this is straight out of the 50s or the 60s, and you'd be right. Um, and there's missing a couple furnaces and hot water tanks. It's missing a lot of mechanicals, it seems. But this got Janie to think about what if we do a 50s or 60s short-term rental theme. And so suddenly the kitchen is perfect. It doesn't need all to be gutted because it's so old. We can lean into it. So that's another beauty of perhaps short-term rentals. So all this to say, 90,000. We see that it was recently decreased by $5,000 to 4.2 duplexes, almost 2,000 square feet on the market for over 2 months. And we go to Realtor particularly for this, the real estimate. Oh boy. Okay. So we're looking at this and we're looking at the overall trend here. There's only two data providers in this case. And it's looking like 100,000 is stretching it. This is in North Collingwood. So yes, it's not the best part of town. Property values are lower. I know a little bit more of this area. I would say a nicely done up duplex would probably comp out at about 125 in this area. So once you get to know your city a little bit better, you can go. But if you were just looking at the online data trend here, it seems like it's worth about 90, right? If you just follow the trend of these two lines up to today's date. So 90 to 125 is kind of where I'd put this particular duplex. Now they're asking 90. So it looks like they're asking full price and, well, obviously depending on what you're doing with it, and missing furnaces, hot water tanks, all the mechanicals in the basement need to be done. And so you're not getting out of this for anything under 25,000 in renovation and update costs for sure. That's just the basement portion. The outside looks all right. So ultimately, and we had the opportunity to see the inside. There's wallpaper everywhere, but again, that wallpaper is nicely put. It could just basically stay there and fit into a 50s, 60s theme where most people wouldn't be looking at it like that. But ultimately, easily, I'd say $50,000 easy to bring this back up to standard. So we have that 90,000, and I'd say another 50 to get it, livable at the very least. So those are the numbers. So we can buy it, get it ready for say 140 if you bought it for 90. By the way, the offer I put in is 64,000 to get the ball rolling to see if there's any traction. Still waiting for a reply. The offer went in only yesterday morning. So that's where we're at. Now, let's look at this property from a long-term rental perspective. This is a 4-2, meaning we have 2 bedrooms per side on this duplex. So let's go take a look what the average rents are in this area. All right. We're looking at about, if we do it up, about $750 on average based on these data points here. And we have 2 units like this, right? 750 times 2 units. So there's 1,500 a month coming in, 12 months in most years, 18,000. This is a duplex in Cleveland and not a high value duplex. So normally we use the 50% rule. Here, comfortably, we can use the 55% rule to say this property is going to generate about $9,900 net income if we bought this cash. So let's say we do negotiate down to 70 and we put 50 in and we're in for 120. Well, it's making 10,000 and we're putting in 120. So it's an 8.25 cap rate. All right. And so looks like we're paying over market value and we're basically at an 8.3 or 8.25 cap rate. So, and there's actually a fairly big renovation involved. There's lots of pieces missing to this puzzle to make it a masterpiece. So that's the long-term rental side, which, I mean, we can basically say yay or nay at this point, from our golden rules perspective. Are we buying at a discount? Are we buying cash flow? So far, not so exciting. Isabel just wrote up in the chat, are short-term rentals allowed in Cleveland? The answer is yes, because in Canada, they're much more restrictive. You're absolutely right. And that's the reason we significantly decreased doing our short-term rentals in Canada and are doing them in the US in much more liberal environments. So that's our deal reveal. Look at that. I think I'm 4 minutes in, and we have a good sense of what's happening if we had long-term rentals. We're basically buying at full market value. If we get a big discount on purchase at say $60,000 plus 50 going in, we're paying basically its value, because I think it's about worth 110, 125. But with our additional tool in our toolbox being short-term rentals, we can go to AirDNA and see, hey, maybe this property has some extra potential if we do short-term rentals out of it. So very similar to Rental Meter, we can go to AirDNA and we can see that, holy Chippendale here, this property as a 4-2. So if we rented the entire duplex as a short-term rental, 2 bathrooms, 8 guests, you can gather potentially $47,000 a year off this duplex. It's quite a bit higher than the 18,000 we had with long-term, right? Almost 3 times higher. And so with this number in mind, 47,000, 46,800, using the 50% rule or 55% rule if you want to be a little less conservative, but still let's be conservative, 50% rule. Now we're generating 23,000. And let's say after we furnish it, right, and put in a little bit of a theme, let's say we're in it for 150 all in. All right. Well, suddenly now we're at a 16 cap with these particular numbers. Are we still putting more than it's worth into it? Yes. But this is more of a cash flow play, because if a property is bringing in $23,000 a year, it's basically bringing in $2,000 a month in cash flow, okay, off this one little duplex here. And having a duplex has the additional benefit of you can list one unit as a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, another unit as a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, or a third listing can be created to encompass both as a 4-2, like this is showing us right here. So we're actually getting 3 listings. We have additional marketing because the 2 units are basically connected. And it actually has a 3rd floor unconnected from both units that can just be a lounge area, a games room, and so forth. The basement could also be repurposed, but it's a very standard Cleveland basement. But there's a 3rd floor to the top that could be used as a play space, games room, something, whatever. Maybe the theme of this property is music, and maybe there's a little music recording studio, whatever you might want there, some turntables or vinyl players. You could do whatever you want up there. That's the beauty of short-term rentals. But as a 50s, 60s theme, which is the direction that Janie saw the vision immediately for this one, it would obviously be relevant to that theme. So with that being said, now we're looking at I already forgot what the cap rate was, but the cap rate I just showed, that's what we had. Hold up, I'll bring it back up. We said about 23,000 to a 150 all-in price, about a 16% cap rate, and probably putting in 150 on a property that's worth 120, 110 to 125. So we're basically paying full price for the property and then furnishing it. So we're paying full market value and furnishing it, but getting a 15 cap out of it for about $2,000 of monthly cash flow. So with that being said, is this a deal or no deal for you? All right, let's see what you got to say here. Amanda, Arlette, Francois, Gloria, Jose, Lucie, Masha, SP, Jim. Deal or no deal? Was it a good idea to put in an offer? Arlette says deal. Fantastic. Wonderful. It's a deal with STR only, Amanda says. And well, an 8 cap, I mean, that might be twice as good as any deal you can find in your market. If you're in a 3-4 cap market, it could be twice as good as what you have in Canada, even with long-term renters. But then with the additional knowledge of short-term and having WeMind Properties, basically our company in Cleveland that can take care of your property, handle all guest communications, pricing optimization, cleaning coordination, all of that maintenance, repairs. Well, then you have this all in-house as basically a turnkey, investment opportunity for you once the property is ready to go. So with that, we definitely think that there is a deal hidden in here at the right price. And so no one else put an offer in. We did. All right, we'll see where it goes. I'll keep you posted. Mesha says, I agree. Deal with STR. Fantastic. A smooth 15 cap should not be taken lightly. Absolutely. What else do we have? Lucy says deal as well. That's fantastic. Well, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm glad we are in agreement on this. We are in North Collingwood, I'll remind you, which isn't the best part of Cleveland, but it is an area I believe has some medium-term growth in there. It's close to the lake. It's a quick hop and a skip to the downtown Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You're basically in the downtown in under 10 minutes. Highway, straight, super clean, super easy. So that's something that we keep in mind when we're dealing with short-term rentals for sure. So that's our deal reveal for today. And actually, there was a last-minute change. Janie is not feeling so well, and so our second Cleveland tour was canceled, unfortunately. But we're going to be having more dates to be determined. But we'd love to see you in Cleveland to join another group, another alumni of our deal reveal. We want to host more and more of these to basically show you. This was what happened just this weekend right here from the group that we had. So it was an amazing time. And that is our deal reveal, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of us. info@nowfortomorrow.club. And reminding you, if you have not yet attended our epic blueprint, that is the starting point for 99% of people who join our community, who get involved in US real estate. If you haven't attended the blueprint yet, it is on October 4th to October 7th. And we even have a premium ticket option for you. If you don't want to worry about accommodations and all that, we can handle all of that for you. And so if you're interested, stick around, n40.club/blueprint, and we have got you covered. Take a look at this and have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you next week with some passive turnkey new construction US opportunity.